Good day, everyone. Welcome to this week's learning session from Training Location. We're an authorized DiSC distributor for Wiley Publishing, as well as a channel partner with the Ken Blanchard Companies. My name is Bill Harshman. I'll be your presenter today for this short, informative lesson. Consider our original four-quadrant DiSC model. Today, we're going to break out one of those styles and look much deeper and broader into it. Our topic today is diving deeper into the C or conscientious style. So what does the learner need to know today? This lesson's very helpful if you don't know your style or if you are a style other than conscientious, excuse me. Here's a reminder, one of the cornerstone principles of DiSC we've talked about. Everyone is a unique blend of all the DiSC styles, and people typically tend toward one style. I'll suggest at this point that you read or listen for those insights that'll help you make sense of your own unique experience. This lesson is fourth in a series taking a deeper dive into the research behind the characteristics, thought processes, core needs, and assumptions which are associated with each of the four DiSC styles. Now, here's another reminder about the conscientious style to provide context. The C style has a pace of cautious and reflective, combined with agreeableness quotient of questioning and skeptical or result focused. And their brief list of descriptors, which you might remember, include analytical, reserved, precise, private, and systematic. For more specifics on the C style, you can refer to our blog titled DiSC, Understanding the Conscientious Style at our traininglocation.com website. The thrust of this lesson is around the core needs that tie those aforementioned descriptors together. For example, why is the people with a C style, more than the average person, lean towards stepping back and understanding things in an objective, logical way before acting? And is there underlying motivation to these observable behaviors? The answer to these is in a basic, unique, overarching instinct. The C style has a very strong instinct to analyze. To help understand that, we need to look at the core needs. Now, the C style has a strong need for safety and security. That is, to have things in their life be stable, to reduce unknowns as much as possible, to identify and limit dangers and threats. The C style also has a strong need to be beyond reproach. This looks like my actions are so justifiable that I can't be criticized, or I'm not to blame when things go wrong. And third, the C style has a strong need to control. Now, that's not to control other people, but rather to control the factors which influence their fate and outcomes, and to not have to rely on others, and to be self-sufficient, and avoiding the unknown, including situations, people, places, scenarios, especially social situations. Now, these core needs show up in how a person approaches their life, meaning their work, their family, friends, recreation, etc. And there are positives and negatives to these needs. These needs appear as behaviors, including a strong behavior of being analytical. Now, people with the C style find themselves drawn to analyzing life objectively, fact-based, and with little or no emotion toward an accurate, flawless, defensible outcome. Also, some have teased the C style about being too emotionally controlled or even lacking empathy. Well, in praise of the C style, it's actually a show of their strength to control the display of emotions, while others tend to be overly demonstrative of emotions and empathy. Is this right or wrong? Well, this is what a life of developing those driving assumptions results in and ends up blending the definition of a person whose behaviors include, as mentioned, analytical, reserved, precise, private, and systematic. The C style is that result focused, that do it right contributor to the team. Can you imagine a mission to Mars space team without any C styles in the mix? Let's look at those driving assumptions which are behind the core needs. A very important part of who we have become are the driving assumptions. They're unconscious, and these assumptions, which are created at a young age, now drive our behavior and guide our interpretation and understanding of the world around us. Here are the driving assumptions of that C style. One is blame. The C style considers it awful to be blamed for something. Another driving assumption is credibility. The C style must always maintain their credibility, living up to the standard at times with no exceptions, and pride and their worth as a person, constantly developing expertise in what they do. Third and last is dignity. The C style must always maintain their dignity, not looking foolish, not losing basic respect of others, and self-control is always in their makeup and avoiding emotional displays. Now, there's a significant amount of research and implications to these driving assumptions. However, in the interest of time, just keeping these in the back of your mind will remind you of the simple humanness of people, whatever their style. Our growth as people is to simply monitor our behavior and thoughts and become aware as to when these assumptions are being played out in the background. How do I interpret and make meaning from this for me or the C's in my life? Well, that response presents myriad items on a long list. However, let's look at one small and yet important aspect: leadership. Leaders with the C style were rated particularly high in areas like analysis, preparation, and planning with precision for the desired outcome. However, when it came to people's expectations, they rated a needs improvement in areas like empathy, emotional support, praise, and encouragement. Let's face it, it's a proven fact that you get better performance out of people and improved teamwork when you are attentive to that aforementioned expectations. So what? Well, the so what is to understand that the core needs and driving assumptions of the C style, and any style for that matter, work both independently and together all the time in everything you do. Some aspects have more influence on observable behavior than others at any given moment. And thinking critically of the interrelatedness of the core needs with the driving assumptions will help you understand this. So what's next? Everything DiSC consists of 12 styles around the traditional four-quadrant DiSC model. Up until now, we focused on the initial four quadrants of dominant, influence, steady, and conscientious. In fact, the modern DiSC model consists of 3 sections in each of those four quadrants. This is because of the proximity of the original style to its respective neighboring styles. As a result, the algorithms end up creating 8 more unique styles in addition to the original 4, creating a total of 12. We'll begin to explore these other 8 styles as shown above. Now, let's keep an eye out for our next article in the series, which is DiSC, Understanding the DiSC Style. I hope this interviews increase your awareness, overview, increase your awareness, knowledge, and familiarity of the DiSC, and specifically the conscientious style. Whether your needs include leadership, onboarding, culture change, coaching, team building, or simply communication 101, DiSC is a research-based, proven leading training solution that's impacted more than 8 million learners in over 130,000 organizations and through 14 languages in over 70 countries worldwide. It provides a quick, intuitive way to understand yourself and others, and it delivers immediate and lasting impact on people and culture. And as always, the key to effectiveness through DiSC is understanding your and other styles, then using that knowledge for improved interactions. Here's our contact information. And before you go, I want to extend you a resource and a request. I'll be happy to send you a sample PDF of any of the DiSC profiles you see on our website, or if you'd like to discuss a complimentary live webinar, including introducing DiSC or one of the profiles to your team or organization, please use the email shown, info@traininglocation.com. And be sure to check out our learning blog at the website and click on blogs and keep an eye out for our next article. And before you close your screen, we always appreciate your like or your share, and of course your download. And for continued learning, please subscribe and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye till next time.